Good morning, students. In 11th class, we already studied in thermodynamics feasibility or a spontaneity of any reaction. Means a reaction how can occurs one way to other way. What are the reason? We already studied in 11th class in thermodynamics. And another chapter that is chemical equilibrium. That chapter tells us what extent of a reaction can occur. And today we discuss another term that is chemical kinetics. In this kinetics we study speed of reaction, rate of reaction and factors affecting the chemical reaction. Students, these three terms are very important. First one, feasibility or possibility or spontaneity of a reaction, extent of a reaction. Both in thermodynamics tells the reaction is happen or not. Like this, according to feasibility, of a reaction or possibility of a reaction, there is a condition given delta Z gives energy of reaction less than 0, or we can say the value is must be negative. This delta Z depend on delta Z gives energy of reaction depend on delta H minus T delta S, that is already studied in 11th class. If all they are pure state, then we write a symbol like this. When all the function gives energy of reaction, enthalpy of reaction and entropy of a reaction and temperature. These depend on these three parameters, and spontaneity depends, gives energy of reaction must be negative. Already described in 11th class in thermodynamics. And in equilibrium we know what extent of a chemical reaction occurs. But we want to know a chemical reaction, what is the speed of a reaction. Students, when we go one place to other place by any vehicle, by car, bus, rail or aeroplane, then how can we find out the speed? Means where distance traveled by the time interval. So in this way, chemical reaction, how can we identify? The amount of substance of a reactant and product change, because in a reaction, we can write reactant change into product. So we take the magnitude, amount of reactant or product. We can identify any one of the reactant or product, either decrease or increase, or we can say rate of disappearance or appearance of any substance. But what are the speed of the reaction? How can we identify? What are the factors affecting that reaction? We study in the branch of science that known as chemical kinetics. In this chapter, we will study what is elementary and complex reaction, differentiate them, elementary and complex, molecularity and order of reaction, rate constant, and different integrated rate equation, zero order and first order, pseudo first order reaction, and collision theory, Arrhenius equation. We go in detail in this chapter. First, I want to show a activity, how the reactions are take place very fast or very slow or in moderate rate. So students, take the activity. We are showing an activity that is sodium chloride and silver nitrate. You know sodium chloride all that are common salt. This one sodium chloride. I take some amount of sodium chloride in the beaker. So, and then dissolve it. Means this one is a sodium chloride aqueous solution. I want to put this sodium chloride silver nitrate solution. So what you observe in this one is silver nitrate aqueous solution. When I put the silver nitrate solution, what you will observe within a fraction, you can observe the fast of the reaction. You can see the speed of reaction. When I mix, then this happen, that is Kurdi precipitate, that are white precipitate. This one is silver nitrate, and white precipitate we get silver chloride, because this one is a sodium chloride. So this reaction occurs in within a fraction, means very fast the reaction. The speed of reactions, find out this reaction very difficult. Which I can show another reaction, that is lead nitrate. Students, this one is lead nitrate. You know, in 10th class, I take the small amount of the lead nitrate in beaker and then dissolve in water. Then what you see, that is clear solution, means homogeneous mixture, you can say lead nitrate solution. So in this lead nitrate, I want to mix potassium iodide solution. Then you can see within a fraction what happened. The reaction occurs, means yellow precipitate observed. So this reaction occurs within very fast. So this speed of the reaction we have to identify. So these are ionic reaction and they occurs very fast. So we get yellow precipitate, lead iodide. You already studied this in 10th class. These are double displacement reaction. This one sodium chloride and silver nitrate you mix, silver chloride precipitate out, and in this lead iodide is precipitate out. So these are precipitation or double displacement reaction, but they occurs very fast. But other reactions like rusting of iron. Rusting of iron how can occurs? You know, we take an iron object from market that are shining surface, but if you place open in area, rain, that after next day we observe that is brown coated. What are the reason? That reactions take 10 to 12 hours. So that process known as rusting of iron. We can say that is slow reaction. Some reactions are very, very slow. Like students, you know, diamond is forever, but diamond is not forever. Diamond also change into graphite because most stable state of the carbon is graphite, and diamond also a carbon. Diamond convert into graphite. We know in thermodynamics, already studies in class 11th, the diamond convert in many years, after millions years convert into graphite. But a general man know diamond is forever. So that is also a very, very slow reaction, but appears like a constant. Other reactions are like hydrolysis of cane sugar or hydrolysis of ester. Cane sugar and ester, that is moderate reaction, means they take some time because there are covalent bond, and covalent bond breaking and dissociation means new formation, that takes some time. So students, we can divide the reactions normally 3 types, very fast, that are like ionic, silver chloride formation by mixing sodium chloride and silver nitrate. Other one we are showing this, lead nitrate and potassium iodide, they get yellow precipitate. In these reactions they are ionic, occurs very fast. Rusting of iron and diamond convert into graphite, very, very slow. Rusting of iron also slow reaction, and some are moderate reaction. So in this chapter we will go in detail what is the reaction, speed of reaction, and how can we find rate of reaction, factors affecting rate of reaction. So students, we can write a general reaction, that is reactant convert into product, that is a hypothetical reaction. We can represent in this way. So what happen? How can we find out their rate of reaction? Suppose when time T1, when the reaction start, that time, that T time, the concentration of reactant is R1, and we write in square bracket. Why we write? Because concentration in mole per liter. When the time is T2, then concentration of the reactant is R2. We write in the square bracket. So what happened? What is the change in the concentration? How can we find out? That is delta T, means difference of time, that we can find out. T2 means final time minus initial time T1. For a reaction we start now, after 10 minutes what we observe? So T2 minus T1. And how can we find out change in concentration? We can write the delta R. How can we write delta R? Means change in concentration of reactant is equal to concentration at T2 minus concentration of T1. That is this one. But students, this we can identify. So how can we write any rate of reaction or the speed of reaction? Normally we know in a automobile move a car or bus, then it can move. How can we write distance by time? In this way, distance divided by time interval. So speed of a reaction we can identify in this way, like you know in mathematics, speed, how can we find out? So rate of reaction, how can we identify? Change in concentration. Change in concentration of any substance divided by time interval. So we can write in this way. Rate of any reaction, how can we represent? Suppose reactant change into product. So students, we can make a graph according to this concentration by time. So this side we write time and this side we write concentration. Either reactant we know with time interval when time is increased. So reactant initial concentration this one. So this is decrease and go to in this way constant. And in similar way at the time is 0. That time concentration of product is 0 because product is not formation. So after some time its concentration is increased. We know in a normal reaction. For example, if you start to make any building, to make any house, so at first what we make? At first when we dip dipped inside our earth and then we put the bricks that are first means starting point and then we get the whole building. In similar way, a reactant convert into product and after some time it change into constant. So how can we find the speed? So rate of reaction, there is formula. Rate of reaction. How can we write any compound? We can write by change in concentration. Rate of reaction is equal to change in concentration. Change in concentration of any substance. Change in concentration of any substance divided by time interval of any substance divided by time interval, time taken. So this change in concentration of any substance, either reactant or product. Reactant concentration is decrease, product concentration is increase. So, but we have to make the rate is positive. So before the write change in concentration means we can write delta R. R we write in square bracket, that is molar concentration. And time we write delta T. So definite because when time T1, that time concentration is R1. When time T2, then concentration is R2. So how can we find out? That is rate of reaction is equal to R, average rate. What do you mean by average? Students, you know, when we move one place to other place by a car or bus or rail, aeroplane, then their speed is not constant in whole the way because sometimes breaker and any stoppage, so any other, the road is not good, so that time speed is decreased, and when the highway is open, so at that time speed is very high. So we have to control. In similar way, rate of reaction also not constant, means not equal. So rate of reaction is equal to, how can we find in the reactant? Change in concentration means R2 minus R1 means final concentration minus initial concentration divided by T2 minus T1. But you know this concentration is negative, but rate of reaction always positive. So before positive we write a negative symbol before this, multiply by -1. So this value negative, R2 is lower value and R1 higher value. So definite we get lesser value, means minus. So minus and minus sign, when we multiply we get positive sign. So we write this rate of reaction means change in concentration. We write a negative symbol here. Why? Due to make the rate of reaction positive. So multiply by negative sign. Rate of reaction R. So this one is a formula of any reactant. If two or more than two reactant, we can write by a single reactant also. Another way product, you know, at when time T1, then concentration of product is P1. Means some product is formed. After T2 time, that P2. So this how can we write? R average rate is equal to change in concentration of product, means final minus initial concentration. How can we write change? P2 minus P1 divided is equal to T2 minus T1. So when we write, then we can show in this way R is equal to delta P, means change in concentration of product divided by delta T. So in this way, this rate known as average rate, average speed. So either reactant and product, we can identify any speed of reaction. But at a particular point, what are the speed of that reaction? For example, a car move in a highway. At a particular point, what is the speed? And we can easily observe by speedometer. But in a reaction, how can we identify? That rate is instantaneous rate. A particular point means we want to find out the rate of reaction at this point. Means after 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes I want. That time that is T1. So we take this right. When delta T approach to 0, when delta T move to 0, means very infinitely, some very small. In mathematically we can say, if delta T approach to 0, move towards 0, difference of time is 0, very less time. That time rate of reaction, how can we identify? That rate is instantaneous rate. Instantaneous rate. That can we write? The difference change in concentration is very small, because within fraction of time the change is very less. So that delta we can write small d, means we can write small dr, very small change in concentration. Not delta, we write d, and divided by delta in place of d, very small change in time. And before we write negative sign. How can we find out this instantaneous rate? By we taking a slope, tangent, you know tangent, tan theta, means that one, this value and this value. We can easily identify by plotting a triangle, and then we can say at a particular point we can identify the dr and dt. In another way, in this product also we can make a slope in this way, and then we plot a tangent and we can write in that reaction. In this we can make a plot and we write this change in concentration dP, and this one is dt. So that a particular point, instantaneous rate, how can you identify? R, instantaneous, the rate is at a particular point, very small in change in product, means we write delta in place of delta, we write d, dt and dp. So students, these both terms are very important. One is average rate like the change in concentration from final to initial, and other one is instantaneous at a particular point. Only difference is we write in place of delta, we write D. So we can write this equation, instantaneous is equal to minus dr divided by dt, very small in change in time, and we write dp means very small change in product by dt. So that one is instantaneous rate and this one average rate. Both are very important, and we take further more example, you can understand in detail. Students, what is the unit of rate of reaction? How can we identify unit? So you know, rate of reaction is equal to, we write change in concentration of any substance by time interval. We can say means change in concentration of reactant divided by time interval, or we can write change in concentration of product divided by delta T. The square bracket indicate concentration is molarity, means mole per liter. If you write instantaneous rate, that also we write minus, in place of delta we write small d, this one delta, in place we write small d, very small change in time. When delta T approach to 0, instantaneous rate, very small in change in time, that is dP. So what are the unit of the rate of reaction? So students, don't be depend on the unit, because unit we can identify by this formula only. So what is this? This one is concentration and this is time. So what are the unit of the rate of reaction is concentration divided by time, or we can say concentration time inverse. What is the unit of rate of reaction is concentration time inverse. This concentration we take in molarity, means mole per liter, and if you take time in second, then second inverse. We can take time minute, hours, day, that depend on your time, you can take any one. Mole, liter inverse, second inverse, this one is unit. We can write one reaction that given in your NCERT book, mercury when react with chlorine. Mercury when react with chlorine, it's convert into mercuric chloride, HgCl2. So this one is a chemical reaction and this is balance reaction. So how can we write its rate of reaction? This rate of reaction we can write in this way. R average rate is equal to, means mercury is a reactant, either we can take mercury or chlorine, means minus delta mercury concentration divided by delta T is equal to minus delta concentration of chlorine divided by delta T. And we can write equal concentration of product HgCl2 divided by delta T. In this way all are rate and all are equal because their stoichiometry is equal. 1, 1, 1 like this. But what happen if a reaction stoichiometry is not equal, like this one? A reaction occurs hydrogen iodide and it decomposes into hydrogen plus iodine. When we balance this reaction, so we can write in this way. So this decomposition of hydrogen iodide convert into hydrogen plus iodine. So how can we write this reaction? Students, when we move in a way and one person move faster, other one slower, then what happen? One person move more way and other one remaining behind. So how can they make equal? Either that person faster one stop or that slower one run, either running or either stopping, they can meet. In similar way, how can we identify these three different reactant? That is 2 mole dissociate, they are 1 mole and 1 mole. So we can write in this way, we divide their respective stoichiometric coefficient, the rate of reaction, to make equal. So we write R is equal to minus delta HI, means concentration of reactant, divided by delta T. But it is divided by stoichiometry 1/2. Why it is divided? Because it's 2 mole and they have 1 mole. Other one is equal to change in concentration of product hydrogen divided by delta T, that is plus sign, equal. Other one equal delta I2 divided by delta T. So in this way we divide the stoichiometry of the reaction, so all are equal rate. We take one more example. Another reaction that given in your NCERT students. See this reaction. This one is a redox reaction. Bromide react with bromate ion in acidic medium. We get bromine and water. You earlier study in 11th class, that is balancing of a redox reaction. But we need in this reaction, this actually complex reaction we will study after that. And how can we write this rate of reaction? So this reaction we write in this way, rate of reaction. If you write average, then we write delta. If you write instantaneous, then we write small d. So we can write these are reactant and is equal to minus delta bromide concentration divided by delta T. So students, we divide their respective stoichiometric coefficient 1/5. Other one is bromate ion minus concentration of bromate ion divided by delta T. Other one, other reactant also is equal to minus 1/6 concentration of hydrogen ion divided by delta T. These are three reactants. Other one equal to product bromine 1/3 change in concentration of bromine divided by delta T is equal to 1/3 delta H2O, we write delta T. In this reaction, what we see, all the rate of reaction, bromide, bromate, hydrogen, bromine and water, all are equal. If you divide the reaction, rate of reaction by corresponding stoichiometric coefficient. So this very helpful for calculating if one reactant concentration given, either we have to ask, then we can write this reaction we can identify. For example, you have to given concentration of rate of reaction given for bromide ion. That bromide you can find out what amount of the bromine and water and acid by correlation of these numerical. Students, we can solve by this numerical problem, and that numerical problem given in your NCERT book. Thoroughly see that numerical problem. I can write another example, nitrogen pentaoxide. You know, when dissociate, it convert into nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. And when we balance this reaction, we need, that is 2 nitrogen pentaoxide and 4 NO2. So in this way, this reaction is balanced, 4 nitrogen and 10 oxygen. So decomposition of nitrogen pentaoxide. So this reaction given in your NCERT book is shown numerical. See that numerical carefully. And another reaction also given, hydrolysis of butyl chloride. That you can see, and the plot and graph and difference given, thoroughly see. So we can write that rate of reaction is equal to, we write instantaneous rate, or instantaneous is equal to minus 1/2 small d I will write, because that is instantaneous rate, small d by dt. If you write instantaneous, INST, instantaneous rate, is equal to 1/4 small d concentration of nitrogen dioxide divided by very small change in time. So that divided by 4, 1/4. Other one, very small change in concentration of oxygen divided by dt. So this reaction you can solve the numerical and given in your NCERT book. If sometimes the products are gaseous products, that time how can we represent? That time this concentration we take in partial pressure. And you know pressure unit, measure unit is atmosphere, atmosphere time inverse. If you take, if any substance only gaseous, that time we take there in place of concentration their pressure in atmosphere, or we can write bar time inverse, atmosphere time inverse, that time we take partial pressure. Today's students solve at least 2 numerical given in your NCERT book. At first thoroughly see the solved numerical in your NCERT book, and further given in text 2-3 questions given, solve in your notebook. And if you have any problem, then you write in comment box, and like and subscribe, share the needy student. Tomorrow we will discuss next point, order of reaction and molecularity of reaction, rate law. So students, we will finish this chapter in this week. Thank you. Have a nice day.